It's a calm morning here in Uganda, breezy in the sky, and birds chirping in the background. Trees standing tall, the playground remaining dusty, and the buildings still with no wind shaking any leaves. Welcome to Kampala, Uganda. I'm inside Makerere University, and I'm decided to take you on a walk. That is a nature walk and infrastructure walk from Kampala, Uganda, coming from the calm into the busy. So let's proceed. We're going to enjoy the sights and scenery together as we walk. The idea is to reach the city center itself, and by that we most likely are going to walk for 30 minutes. Anyway, come with me and let's enjoy this walk of ours. It's a beautiful day, and Kampala is actually in Uganda, and Uganda is in East Africa and in the continent of Africa, Earth. So inside Makerere University, I see a basketball court right there, a few people shooting a bit of hoops, and it's a beautiful day. We are going to take this footpath, and this footpath will take us past the Makerere University Sports Arena, which has been under construction for the last 7 or 8 years. And this is a tiny alley between the hoarding and this would be White House for Sibira Hall and Groomer Hall, formerly Northcote Hall. I think it is long overdue for rehabilitation, and that in front is the sports center, and interesting tree. I like the canopy that it forms, very tiny leaves in comparison to the stems. I think this might be an acacia plant. I see it having bipinnate leaves right there, and then there's this plant with broad leaves. It's actually promising to rain, having not been raining for a certain amount of time in town. Oh, and I see as if where I'm heading, the clouds are thick, giving me the vibes of it's already pouring down that side. I can sense the breeze. It looks like they are coming in our directions, but let's walk and see. These metallic uniport buildings always intrigue me. Sheets of metal strapped together and people live in them. I wonder how they survive the heat of the day. This is a sports arena from behind, and the idea is that it's a beautiful establishment. I think maybe soon it will be hosting a lot of indoor sports. Anyway, let's continue with our walk. The building that you see right there is the School of Pharmacy building, Makerere University. Actually, Makerere University has a strong school of medicine and public health, and has contributed greatly to Africa's growth of medicine or tropical diseases. Most of the research keeps originating from there. More of the trees, lush, that line the streets of Makerere University. And I like the fact that they have managed to allow trees scatter around, both indigenous and the foreign alike. Interesting transformer unit. It's a building, it's its own transformer. Cables, nice. They use concrete. It brings life even as this route should take us, and we exit the university through the small gate at University Hall, and it is a beautiful day. Now this is the backside of Mitchell Hall inside Makerere University. Over 70 years old is that structure, and Makerere never ceases to intrigue. With us we have I think these are lecturers' residences, flats. I think this one is called Mujenyi Flats, and we are walking to meet KTS Road. The path I've used is more like for the people who already know their ways around Makerere University. Makerere University is actually very wide, almost a whole village. I think villages actually, meaning that you could easily get lost all the same. I see another set of residential flats, clay burnt bricks mixed with concrete or integrated alongside concrete to form this very nice facade. Now, this road that slopes the KTS keeps branching right and would actually take us to the Makerere University Eastern Gate for those who drive cars, just like the gentleman right here. Karib, Toyota Karib. I seem to have fond memories of that because during my high school days, a colleague had his dad always collect him using that car. Okay, we are taking a right, and this little building that you see with clay tiles is actually a university hall, a hall of the male students. So it's actually, I think, 9 a.m. In fact, 9:41 a.m. And this is Uganda on a Thursday morning. It's cloudy, promising rains, and that's because the rains are coming up soon. I suppose maybe we are entering the rainy season, but this is June, July about to come, and yep. So University Hall, the signpost, more of the residential flats. Those are actually staff of the university, and a lot of people actually live in these places. Now I see people moving out, some heading into town, and it delights me to find that these places are actually intact. Anyway, so let's proceed. We are now approaching the small gate, and I think the pace of things are about to become heightened, and I am trying to head. Actually, this is a pedestrian-only gate at the UH Hall. We tend to call it the small gate, and I like the way that this guy is managing to pass through that small space. That's the kind of driving that happens in Uganda. So we have entered the Wandegeya suburbs, town that came up more so because they were targeting business from university students, foodstuff, stationery, and all the like. We are on Junji Road, and Junji Road slopes to meet Bombo Road, but I am not going to directly join Bombo Road. I'm going to take a right, and this right should take me through Wandegeya Market that was recently in 2018 constructed by Kampala City Authority. So let's take a walk. I forget the name of this street, but let me just confirm it for you. Let me leave you to the views. I'm going to keep quiet for a moment. So this is actually Mulondo Road. So I'm walking on Mulondo Road and I'm going southwards. So in essence, this is Wandegeya North Wing, Market North Wing, and then the one in front is the south wing of Wandegeya Market. I think it was constructed by the Chinese. So let's proceed. I'm going to take a little detour here. It's not much of a road, has never been, but all the same, we should find ourselves in front of Wandegeya Market, South Wing, and at that, find ourselves at the very busy Wandegeya traffic lights. It's usually a symphony of motorcycles and all like that. So we are on to this one. This one has a very strange name, which to me didn't make sense that much. Wandegeya Makerere University branch of road. It's called I could, and it is a commonplace thing. So let's proceed, and we are going to stop through a set of parking lots and then into town. All right, so let's proceed. Let's enjoy our ride, our walk, a 4K morning walk. More like to show the late morning rush hour, saying that the office people have already rushed to office, usually around 8 a.m. It's almost clocking 10 a.m. So what you'll see are the fewer of the people. I think there's a washing bay around here, probably a parking. And we have reached the Wandegeya traffic light, which is a symphony of motorcycles. The lights are green for me, but nonetheless I have to watch out for motorcycles, and lo and behold, they move. So I see the lights are red, but I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that Uganda is for simply timing, and we are already past the Wandegeya traffic light junction. And in case you're wondering, that's Haj Musa Kasule Road leading you to Mulago Hospital, and this is Bombo Road leading you to Bombo Military Hospital. Haj Musa Kasule Road still takes you to the main gate of the university. I am going into town along Bombo Road, so today's walk will be along the street, and you can see the motorcycle taxis. Those are the main means of transportation within Kampala, Uganda. At least if you are time bad, then the motorcycle taxi would be the way to go. If you have fright for motorcycles, then the taxi, that highest van that you see right there with blue dotted strip, is a commuter van carrying 14 passengers. And yeah, they are just retrofitted to carry that many people, but initially they should normally not carry that many, but they are licensed passenger service van, PSV. All right, let's continue with our walk, and I have a feeling that at some point I may have to find a way of getting off of this street and into downtown. So come with me, let's enjoy our walk through Kampala, Uganda, the beautiful, and it's a great place to actually be. Kampala is an interesting city. Now, most of these motorcycles coming from town seem to be empty. That's because they have delivered the early people to enter town, and few are returning with other people. Probably those came from the other side of town and have to proceed to this other side out of town. But yes, these motorcycles are not private property. Okay, they're private property, but doing public businesses. So if you want to have them take you, just stand along the road and they will stop to ask you as to whether you are heading in that direction. Okay. Welcome to the Pearl of Africa, Kampala, Uganda. Early morning rush hour. It is 9:49. Interesting. 9:49 sounds nice. I think you can write it backwards from both directions. Anyway, let's enjoy our walk. Let's enjoy the city of Kampala in the morning hours. I'm glad that this rain is nowhere close, So I think I will reliably reach down before it starts pouring. My hope is that I shall be also able to return, and that's before the rain actually starts to pour. And I love the fact that Uganda is actually a calm and hospitable country. So if you are out there and have never been to Kampala, Uganda, please do visit. You'll enjoy Kampala, the street. Bolt is a car hailing services, but these guys have chosen to walk outside. Suppose they are marketing, but I would have thought they should do that while using cars. Anyway, welcome to Kampala, Uganda. It's a delight to have you. Down that side is actually Wandegeya flats, a residential area. I think this space, the owner has not yet developed it. I wonder why. Let's continue with our Kampala Bombo Road leading into Kampala. So now the reason motorcycles are fast is because they can move on any direction, even on pedestrian walkway, like you see these two. They are joining in on the main road. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm very delighted to have you here. Nice green space, but I know soon someone will claim that and put buildings there. Okay, beautiful mangoes. Actually, when you come to Uganda, fruits are not something not. Where is the on? Jebale, gwaliwo. Zammeka. Mwenja 10,000. Kati mpatirako ow'olukumi, ompeyo n'ow'olukumi. Nanga olina akambe. Kakweke. Oh, okay. Awo oli mutuufu. Oli mutuufu. Awo oli mutuufu. Kati weebuzaabuza nga azitambuza. Kale. Oba ogambye bw'otyo mba nkutegeera. I answer. Kale. So I've just bought myself mangoes, and I was complaining to him that he should peel for me. Then he says, I can't peel. But then I'm like, I see the knife. Why would you show us the knife yet you're not peeling? He's like, oh no, it's a bad hour to peel because I will have to stand and the city authority will give him trouble. So in essence, I had to understand. So he has to masquerade as to be transporting the mangoes as opposed to selling them on the street. So that's Uganda for you. Everyone trying to make a buck while the city tries to stop them in the names of sanitizing the city. But then this should just be made a business capital and let business do what business does. Okay, so we are still walking and we are still on Bombo Road. My mangoes are giving me trouble to carry, but nonetheless, we will go. Okay, so welcome to Kampala, Uganda. Thank you for being with us, and we will be very glad to host you in Kampala, Uganda. Anyway, feel free to leave me feedback in the comment section. I'll be very happy to indulge you. So we are actually now proceeding into the city center. I see a Haujo motorcycle. Which size is this? Okay. And yeah, enjoy the streets of Kampala. And if you have any questions, please do ask me. Many would consider this organized chaos, but there are no accidents that you will see alongside. This is Bible House. So I wonder what they deal with for Bible translation. Someone tell me, what do you think about Bible House? We are still on Bombo Road, but that route that goes up is called the Queen's Lane, named I think in 1950s when the Queen came to Uganda and to commission the Owen Falls Dam, which for a long time was the power generation hub for the entire nation in this direction. That is all the way 80 kilometers into Jinja town. That means you will leave Bombo Road, meet Kampala Road, and then start Jinja Road, and you go on with Jinja Highway, the main artery of Uganda, going all the way to Kenya and Mombasa, the port. Bombo Road still. Now each junction in Kampala is now being signalized, and this road right here slopes down to Chiseka Market. The home of motor vehicle spare parts is in that direction. So let's continue with that direction. I think we actually are enjoying a bit of the old architecture of Uganda. I see Teacher's House, interesting building. I think this is what people call brutalism, concrete structures, but I don't know. I kind of like them because they have natural heat management, not too hot, never too cold, just ambient temperatures, good heat insulation and regulation, relying simply on cross ventilation and general thermal mass of the walls. Theater obligato, new obligato, in case you're into the arts. This here is Novik Hospital. Used to be a clinic, but now is a hospital, Indian founded. The building on which they are seems to state it was established in the 1930s, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is Kampala for you, the city of 1 million motorcycles. You can see the plethora of motorcycles that are moving around here. So let's find ourselves in the city center. Let's find ourselves into the city center. And this is an interesting walk. It's an interesting walk. Soon by the distance, Bombo Road will be ending, and we will be embarking on Kampala Road. So I'm glad to have you here. It makes me happy to be with you here. Let me just get for you the name of this street. But I have a feeling it is William Street. So William Street will go all the way in that direction, and we may actually meet it again because Kampala roads are not really straight. They curve and meander around buildings. So it's a city without any symmetric kind of planning. The roads are just morphous in the way they move. They just roll around buildings. Now, welcome to Kampala, Uganda. Welcome to the Pearl of Africa. And this is 2 minutes to 10 a.m. So let's walk and enjoy the city and the city sounds. Actually, most of the buildings lining this portion of Bombo Road are Indian descent, mostly built by Indians using slender concrete slabs. And if you know Uganda, it had a nice bittersweet history with the Indians who were brought into the country by the British as laborers, aka Indian coolies, to build the East African Railway, coming from all the way Mombasa through Kenya and into Uganda, Kampala, and all the way to the border of Uganda and DR Congo in Kasese. And then some parts went to Jinja, and these were places of resources. Northern Uganda providing cotton, tobacco, and that, while the Kasese side are mining of copper. Anyway, they came and they almost became second to the British in terms of importance to Uganda, or at least in the eyes of the British. So as the British were administrators, the Indians became the merchants and businessmen of Uganda, while the Ugandans became casual laborers to the Indians, lifting luggage and tending to the lesser of activities in the Indian establishments, banking taken up by Indians, and so on and so forth. Fast forward to 1972, the then President Idi Amin Dada realized the Indians at the time held foreign citizenship, some Indian citizenship, some British citizenship, and were over repatriating all the monies they made in Uganda. And the offer he gave them was, you either become a citizen or you leave the country. They thought he was bluffing and found it easier to leave the country, and as so today it is reported as the Indian expulsion. But history gets declassified over the years, and we got to know that the gentleman offered them Ugandan citizenship. So most of the property along this street were then redistributed to the Ugandans who were then at least near or close to the president and those that he found while moving around the country. So that's a little brief history of Kampala, Uganda, its colonial past and post-colonial present. We are soon approaching the end of Bombo Road, rightfully where that billboard of Optica is located, where you see the gentleman and lady in shades standing. And welcome to Kampala, Uganda. Welcome. I see the clouds are thick over the distance, and from the breeze of the wind they seem to be coming in this direction. Hopefully that will happen after I have got what I have to get. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for enjoying our walk in Kampala, Uganda. Please do leave comments and let us know where you're watching from and which place you would like us to tour next or soon. And thank you. See you in the next video. So that's the end of Bombo Road, and Kampala Road begins from up there. I am going on to Benchwanuka Street, and let's head. Ciao.